Good morning everyone. I apologise if the sound is weird. Alex has put our small microphone on this camera. We usually have a big microphone on the top. I can't see myself. Oh, there we go. So the sound might not be quite right. I probably should take this Invisalign out because I'm about to drink my coffee. Yesterday, funny story. Not yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I went round to my parents' house because it was my dad's birthday and I didn't have my aligner case. So when you get Invisalign, you get a case to put your aligners in when you eat. I didn't have that with me, so I put my aligners in a napkin on their kitchen counter, put it into the middle of the counter. And they were showing me some work they've been doing in their snug room. They've been putting shelves up and stuff. So I was in there and then their dog comes in, or Willow. You'll probably know, some of you probably know Willow from back in the day when we used to live with my parents. Willow comes trotting in and she's chewing something and I was like, oh no, what's she chewing? And I was like, oh, what's she chewing? Like, is she eating plastic? And then I looked and I was like, and it was my aligners and I was so annoyed because I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that it's been under a week, like 6 days, and my aligners are ruined. And I went back in and luckily she'd only taken one of them. So the top one I still have. So typical, because it sounds so like just obvious, and I had to ring the dentist and be that person who's like, yeah, my dog ate my aligners and I bet they get it all the time. And I just felt like such a cliche. But they were on the phone, they were like, yeah, the dogs love them. I assume because it smells like you. And like Willow just will chew and eat anything. So I rang them and they've told me to put my next set. So when you do Invisalign, you have aligners for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time and then you move on to the next one. So then it kind of slowly moves your teeth. So I've had to put the bottom set in already that's supposed to be going in 2 weeks time, and I was already having pain and issues from them. So it's not ideal because it does hurt quite a lot when I was just getting used to it, but hey ho, funny thing that happened yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, I started painting the shelves in the living room and I'm so happy with how they look. So this morning I'm just going to carry on painting the shelves. There's work that I need to do. This is the thing juggling I've said about in a lot of my videos, is the juggling of work with renovating is more than I would have hoped. Usually we can just do it the weekend, but there's a bit of time pressure because of us wanting our living room back as soon as possible for Christmas. So it's juggling the two, and obviously I'm not just doing 2 videos a week at the minute, I'm doing 7. So it's kind of different, but I'm trying to just vlog my days. Originally I had quite a few videos planned for you, videos that I was going to film specifically, and then I was realizing that was actually more complicated because I would have to go out of my way in the day to film something specific rather than just filming what I'm doing that day. And also I realized when I'm watching other people's Vlogmas videos, I prefer the videos of them just vlogging their day. So I look awfully tired. I think it's because we went out for dinner last night for my dad's birthday and then came back, and it's just it's not even it's also just having these aligners really makes me tired, doing all the renovations and doing all the work. I'm like really enjoying it because I've got such a positive attitude towards it this time, but it is tiring nonetheless. So I do have bags under my eyes, like quite big bags. I did actually think that this year Vlogmas I would find overwhelming, and I was like, oh, shouldn't I? But it's been so long since I've done a proper Vlogmas. I think the last time was on the Alex and Maddie channel, and even then we gave up towards the end. I mean, maybe I'll give up towards the end. I'm determined not to though. I'm determined to fulfill every day that I had planned out. but I'm enjoying the challenge. I feel like it's pushing me to create content, it's pushing me to post online, it's pushing me to get back into the creative swing after time off from doing the kitchen, and it is inspiring me, and I feel connected to all of you again, because like when I used to film back in the day, it was just about me just filming my life, and I feel like I'm doing that again, which is nice. I think it was a necessary challenge, and sometimes challenges like this are actually a really good thing to push yourself if you are ready for it. Sometimes challenges you don't need and you're not ready for it, but this is a good one. Another good challenge I've been having recently is personal training. I booked in for personal training last Tuesday, and I've had 2 sessions now at my local gym, and it's been really, really enjoyable, because I have just been going to the gym for like 6 months or so back since lockdown, maybe even longer. Since moving house, I've been going to this gym basically, and I was just going, but then feeling nervous about pushing myself or putting a certain weight, because I just was like, well, I don't want to run the risk, and I don't have confidence in myself. And sometimes I'd take like a week or 2 off the gym, and I'd be like, well, I'll just go back to my easy weight. Like if I'm doing squats, I'll just go back to what I know, so I'm not pushing myself. And having a personal trainer push you and give you confidence and actually say to you, you're really strong, you can do more. And every set she was adding weights, and I couldn't quite believe how much I was able to lift. And I realised for a long time I've just been lifting to the point of, oh, I'm lifting, but it's not causing me a struggle. And I leave that gym like feeling shaky, but in a good way, like in a really like, wow, I actually lifted that heavy. And it's, I don't know, very empowering. And I don't know, that's just something I wanted to tell you, because if you're in a position with anything, not even just the gym, but if you're doing anything in the minute that you're not pushing yourself with, I feel like it was a really good reminder to me that I'm stronger than I think I am, and to have confidence in yourself, and to not let your self-esteem stop you from doing what you want to do or achieving something more. And I know that sounds very like over the top, but it did make me think that when I left the gym. It made me think I need to have confidence in myself, that I'm capable of more than I think I am. And that was like the lesson. When it comes to the gym, when it comes to work, when it comes to my life in general, who I am, you're always capable of more than you think you are. And sometimes you need somebody else to give you that confidence to say you're capable, you're strong, and to push yourself. And yeah, I've been loving it for that reason. And I actually do find the gym incredible for my mental health, not just because of the fact that it exerts energy. If you've got anxiety or you have that tension, it lets it out. Like on a scientific level, it just gives you those endorphins. It's a release for that energy, but also like it empowers me and gives me strength and gives me motivation in other areas of my life. And I've always found this, that when I've gone to the gym regularly, and it has a snowball effect on the rest of my life. It's like if I have the motivation to go to the gym regularly and be strong in that, then I have it elsewhere in my life. It's like physically being strong, physically carrying yourself, and physically doing something that's giving you strength, gives you strength mentally. It's just powerful. So I really want to push myself now to go to the gym as much as possible, because it just gives me that boost. Days when I go to the gym, I just have a better day. I'm going to shut up now, because it's been 9 minutes of talking. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, make myself porridge, and get stuck in for the day. I feel like the entirety of Vlogmas has been spent me looking just, I don't know. I know all of you always say to me, don't worry about how you look, but when you come online to 500,000 subscribers with the potential of like 50,000 people watching you, that is something that I'm like, why didn't I just put my makeup on? Why didn't I put my hair, I don't know, make it look nice? I'm just having a break because I've done another coat on the cupboard and I forgot to film it. Alex has just made a beautiful loaf of bread. Look at that. I wish you could smell it. If you want the recipe, it is in my ebook. And actually, I haven't said this, but there's 10% off all my ebooks for Vlogmas. It's just the code Vlogmas10. I'll leave it below so you can go get the recipe for the bread. But I'm gonna have a cup of Earl Grey by the fire. Cup of Earl Grey tea. We got these little gingerbread cupcakes the other day for our like Vlogmas, for our like taste test video. I don't know if that's gone up yet or not. I keep on saying that because I have no idea about the order of the videos. But they're really good. So I'm having that with my cup of tea. I'll show you what the cupboards are looking like. They're looking really cool. I wish that you could actually see, but there's obviously all our furniture in the middle of the room. They're looking better and better each layer I do, but I have a feeling it's going to need another layer because you can see, for some reason, there's like stripes. I think that must be from, I think it was kind of raw plaster almost. I'm trying to remember. Or maybe it was just, I don't know. That's where the shelves go, so it's probably going to be hidden anyway, but definitely it's going to need another coat, and the shelves are probably going to need like 2 more coats because I don't think I did them. I don't think I've done as many coats because you have to do like one side at a time and let it dry. But yeah, it's coming along. Then we've got to fill these holes so that we can do another coat, and these holes so we can do another coat on the walls. So I think that'll be the plan after I've had my snack, is I will go around and fill the remaining holes, and then do another coat of the shelves, and then this evening do a coat on the walls. I'm just getting to the point I just want it done. Painting takes so long if you want to do it right. I always watch videos of other people renovating, and they go in their room and then they just get their paintbrush out and then they paint a room and then they've moved back in that day, and I'm like, how? I don't understand. I genuinely don't get it, unless they've got really lovely new walls or they're not bothering to fill anything. I just don't understand that because it always takes me and Alex so long. And it's not like we're slow, it's just, I'm really quite quick at painting. It's just, maybe it's because we're both perfectionists. I think that's probably why. I popped the right microphone back on the camera, so hopefully the sound is a little better. We've just had a very, very exciting delivery. These are our new lights for the walls. Look at them, they're from Pookie Lights. So the base of them is basically this just very simple wall light. I think they're technically like bedroom lights, but the ones that I really, really wanted actually were sold out. I imagine places like Pookie Lights probably sold a lot of stuff over Black Friday and they ran out of everything. They had these really cute ones that kind of, I'm not sure what they're called, they're like hinged ones that you can obviously pull out and push back in, and then they had a little pulley string to turn them on and off, which I thought was kind of cute because it's almost like a reading light. But these were just very standard, simple. I feel like they're going to be timeless. I'm never going to want to necessarily change them because they're just very simple wall lights that look very traditional. And then we just went for the plain linen lampshades. Again, it's something that's timeless. Hopefully will go with whatever we do in decorations wise in the room. But the cool thing about Pookie Lights, not an ad, I bought these, is that they have loads of different lampshades. So if we put these up and we fancy a change one day, we can maybe get a colourful lampshade. They've got loads of lovely prints. I might buy a couple just to see what they're like, and I can change them out or whatever to see which ones I prefer. But for now, I just think they're gorgeous. The craftsmanship on these, I've bought really cheap lights before. These are so gorgeous. I just feel like finishes like this make a big difference while the sun's coming in. Yeah, they make such a big difference, and I'm really excited to put them on the wall. I think actually when we first looked at the house, there were lights on the walls. No, they weren't like this. They were kind of like candlestick lights, but they were a bit more traditional, kind of like this vibe. So I'm excited to see, but I'm going to hold it up on the wall and see what it looks like. So this is where we got the light wired in the other day. So it'll sit right there. My only worry, now I'm looking at it, is because they're so high, you're going to be looking up inside the lampshade. They've designed, I feel, this is me being fussy, but my only worry now is I'm putting them up is that, are they designed to be lower down, like next to a bed, so that you can't see up inside the lampshade? Because if you have it like that, when you've got it all the way up there, I'm not sure about this. I need to go get Alex. Because if you've got it all the way up there, you're just always going to see up inside the lampshade, which you don't want to see because there's obviously the plastic in there. Oh, I don't think this is going to work. I feel like we need downlights that are like that. I need to have a think. I just got Alex in to see what he thinks. He thinks it's fine. I think because where the armchairs will be and the sofa, you're never going to be that far to the wall. You're going to always be stood far away. So by the time you're this far away, you can't even see. But by the time you're a certain distance away, that's what you'll see. You won't see that. You'll see that.
Unless you just don't have that at all.
camera ran out of memory, but I think when it's there, I don't know, is it a weird height for this kind of lamp? I need to go look at Pinterest. Pinterest is always my saving grace. If I'm not sure about something, I look it up on Pinterest and see if it works, and usually it's fine. I think it's fine. Another one of those little renovation things I'm overthinking, but they are beautiful. Look at that. Look at it with the bookshelves. I would love. Oh, another thing that we've got, I didn't tell you about. I think I came in the room and showed you the bookshelf, but I didn't tell you an update of the fact that the room had been rewired. So we've got our television all wired in. We have a frame TV, which if you don't know what a frame is, it's the Samsung frame. The point of it is that it looks like a picture. So it's got art mode, so you can set it to look like a picture. The lighting on the television just makes it look flat like a painting, which is perfect. I wanted one when we moved in because I hate the look of TVs, and this room doesn't work with the projector because there's not enough wall space apart from here, which would be opposite the window. So yeah, we built it in, and the cool thing about the frame is this is not an ad again, a customer, is that it comes with this one wire, which we've got the electrician to chase into the wall, and that wire plugs into a box where everything else plugs into. If you're not interested in this kind of tech stuff, then you can obviously skip, but most televisions you have to plug your Xbox, your Skybox, whatever accessories or things you have for the TV into the back of the TV. But the point of the frame is it just has one cable so that you can chase it into the wall like that or hide it in a console, and there's not loads of cables or wires coming out of your television, which is amazing. So we've chased that in, and we need to just do another fill, and then that will all be hidden away. Hi Frankie. We've also got our Sky cable chased behind there, and it comes up there. So when we have the bottom shelf, we're going to turn into a cupboard. Don't know if that will happen before Christmas. We need to speak to our carpenter. Maybe our builders can do it. It's not really an urgent thing, but for now there'll just be all of our like cables and stuff hidden in there, and then we'll get doors put on so it will be completely hidden away and everything very secretive, so it will just look like a painting on the wall. And I've also ordered an actual frame for it. The Samsung does come with, like, they're called bezels. They're like frames that you can add, so you can have like a wood effect or a silver one. And there are companies, I found one on eBay that makes like an antique style frame. I think there's one main company that does them in America, but the cost of it was absolutely absurd and the shipping was absurd. So I found one on eBay, and I'll leave it below if you do have a Samsung TV. It is an investment, but I just really wanted this to look like a painting. And they rang me just now, and they were the nicest people. I didn't expect a phone call, but they rang and they said, we're going to be in Cornwall next week for deliveries. Do you want us to drop it by to your house fully made up? Because I think it comes in like 4 parts, and then you piece it together and put it on your TV. And they were like, if your TV is up on the wall, we can also install it for you. I didn't ask for that. There was no extra cost. They just offered it, and I just think that's so nice. So again, I just thought I would share, if you're someone who cares about this kind of thing, if you want your television to look like a painting. Some people wouldn't care. I personally do, and it makes me happy, and it's kind of cute. So I'm looking forward to that when the fireplace, the bookshelves, everything will kind of just look really lovely. And I don't want to spend all that money doing the fireplace and then have it ruined by a big black television, essentially. So I think it's going to look really cool. Got a nice big spot coming through on my chin, just what I need. I'm going to do a bit more filling and painting and stuff. And yeah, I think that the lights as well, I think the lights are going to work really well with the television frame because it's so gold. And Alex this afternoon is going to pick up something off Facebook Marketplace, I think any minute now. Actually, that's a good point. I need to go in there and make a list of food that he needs to buy for tomorrow's video. Yeah, he's going to go pick up a painting for £20, an oil painting with a beautiful frame, which I'm probably going to put in here somewhere. It's another painting with a boat. I've got one in the kitchen, but I just have a thing for paintings with boats. So yeah, definitely look on Facebook Marketplace if you're after a real painting, because people get rid of them all the time because they redecorate. Great place to get stuff. This coat, this last coat, has definitely worked. That looks really dark on camera. I swear it's not that dark. Yeah, that last coat has really worked, but I do think it's going to need one more, and then we should be good. The good thing about when you get to this point in coats is you don't have to be as thorough because you've already got loads of coats down. So I'm going to do one last coat, and then maybe some filling, who knows. But I kind of just want to do one more last coat and go to the gym, to be honest. I think I'm Skyping with my friend later. So she said that she was going to go to the gym after work. So I think I might do the same and then message her and then we can Skype then or whatever. But I'll ask her what she reckons is best or if we should do it another day. But yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, if you're watching, Sophie, you've inspired me to go to the gym because you're going to, and I haven't made time for myself today. And that is important, to have time for yourself. I am very sad to say that me time didn't happen. After painting that shelf, I had to upload Vlogmas, and then we were doing a reel, and then we were doing something else I've forgotten. I also changed my earrings. Did I already tell you this? I think I've already told you this, I'm forgetting. But I've done the last coat, I think, now of the cupboards. I think I will leave this until tomorrow, and then when it's dry, I can see if there are any patches are visible, because like I said, those lines are kind of still showing. What I'll do is I'll put the shelves in. The shelves might need, I think in the morning I'll do like one more coat on the shelves on either side, then put them in and then see what it looks like, and I think it'll be fine then. What I'm trying to do is compartmentalise everything. Because earlier I was like, oh yes, I literally probably said it on camera, I've probably caught myself red-handed, that I was like, I'm gonna paint the shelves, then I'm gonna sand, then I'm gonna fill, then I'm gonna sand, and then I'm gonna paint, blah, blah, blah. That never helps anyone in any situation, and it's something I've been learning recently, to take tasks individually. Like on my to-do list, I used to write, upload YouTube video, or edit YouTube video, or post YouTube video, but that doesn't break down the tasks enough so that you can actually do the task. Because, for example, posting a YouTube video is not just posting it, it is exporting it from Premiere, uploading it onto YouTube, editing the thumbnail, doing the cards, end screen, description box, all the other stuff that you have to do on Instagram, like YouTube, all the tags, and then actually post it and then share it on all the platforms. So sharing it on Facebook, Twitter, sharing it on Instagram, and then often I will also share a post on Instagram to boost it, to like say, hey, I've just posted a video. So now I'm trying to, like, on my calendar, I use Google Calendar, and I set tasks. So on my Google Calendar, I have tasks. So it'll be something like export YouTube video, upload YouTube video ready for editing, add captions, add description, end screen, cards, etc. Obviously, I don't do this all the time because it is a bit tedious writing all of that out when it's actually easy just to get on with it. Nevertheless, there are certain tasks on certain days which I do break down, and I'm trying to do that with renovating. So instead of me piling on these things to do, because all it does with my brain anyway is put so much pressure on how much I have to do, and then I let myself down. So I say, oh, I'm going to do all these things, and I'm really over ambitious about how much I can do in how much time, and then I just feel like I've not been productive and I feel let down, which is not a nice feeling to feel regularly. You want to break it down into small tasks which you can feasibly do, and then if you complete it and you have extra time, you actually feel like you've achieved more than you expected. So that's my goal, and I'm definitely practicing it, especially with Vlogmas. Being more organised and breaking everything down into tasks is really helping me. And this is a good example, just to say, I'm just going to do the shelves, I'm going to paint the shelves, because that is a huge job in itself. I don't need to say, I'm going to paint the shelves, I'm going to fill the holes, I'm going to sand. Just do it bit by bit. And also, when you do it bit by bit like this, you start to learn how much you can do and how much time certain things take. And that's actually, I've said it before, it's one of my huge New Year's resolutions, is to aside time for these jobs and figure out how much time they take. So I need to like write down and be organised and say, how much time does it take for me to edit a vlog? How much time does it take for me to edit a food video? Not that I do the editing actually for those videos, Alex does them, but for him to figure that out, and then for me to figure out how long does it take me to do da 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 da, and then block that out in my calendar. Anyway, that's a massive ramble, but if any of you feel the same way in your head, that you overextend yourself and then you feel disappointed that you've not ticked all those things off, then maybe this will help you to break things down into tasks. As stupid as that sounds, because it seems so obvious, it is so helpful for me. And having Google Calendar, like, when you've got a lot going on, if you try and store it in your brain, it's what's going to make you fall apart. And I think a year ago, 2 years ago, I would have been so stressed right now with my living room looking like this, doing Vlogmas, but I actually feel like quite happy and I feel excited and I feel like I'm on top of it and it's like a good challenge. I think I've said this in Vlogmas before. It feels like a really positive challenge because I'm looking at it differently. My mindset is different. I'm looking at it in a way that I wouldn't have done in the past, and that's a really positive thing. And I'm gonna go and make my dinner before I talk too much. It's 6:30. I'm chatting with my friend at 7:30. So it gives me an hour just to make some dinner. I'm gonna roast some veg, and then the other night we did a vegan taste test and we've got some nut roast to eat. So I'll roast some veg and then we'll have that with it, and that'll be my dinner. So here is my purple carrot Brussels sprout mixture with rosemary. These veg are from Riverford, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on camera, but I do have a link down below where if you sign up to Riverford you get, I think, £15 towards your next food order, or is it 50? I don't know, the information will be below and on the screen. It's an affiliate link. I get, I think, the same amount in my account, so I can get some veg if you join. It's kind of like a friend recommendation thing that you each get some money in your account when you make your first order. And you know that I always swear by Riverford. All of our veg comes from Riverford pretty much, all organic, and it tastes so much better. Like, these purple carrots are so delicious. And doesn't that look festive? So these are gonna go in the oven. And then we have these left over from the other day. I think this was like Sainsbury's Wellington and nut roast. The Wellington was meh, the nut roast was slightly less meh. They're both not great, but I mean, the nut roast was quite nice. So we're gonna have that, leftovers with this. Dinner is served. Don't those Brussels sprouts look so good? Can't wait to eat this. Roxy, you jealous? So Alex has just got home. And he has delivered the painting from Face It Marketplace. This is £20, came with the frame, and this is by an artist called Alfred Drew, Cornish artist. I think, so this is his, he lived from 1926 to 2002, based and taught in Penzance. And there's his signature there, and his phone number apparently.
Okay.
Is that his phone number?
Yeah, that's the Penzance area.
So it's a real oil painting, and I just thought the colours were really beautiful. And our rug has kind of pinky tones in it, so I thought it kind of tied in. You can really tell that I have a thing for paintings with boats, because these are a similar vibe. This has got like lovely yellowy tones, which in this kitchen, you see the flower painting over there that loads of you love. That is yellowy coloured, because I thought the yellow works really well with the green in here. And this, I think, will work as a complementary colour to the green next door and the rug. So yeah, I'm excited to put that up. And it's not too big, so we could put this up maybe on either one of the sides of the window or something. There's going to be lots of gold in that room, and I think that'll work really well. So yeah, lovely. Only 20 quid. What are you doing, little one?